races of the weekend were at Hollywood Park. D. Wayne Lucas and Bob Baffert slugging it out in the swap stakes for 3-year-olds. The fillies were in action also. We'll recap a stunning upset in the Hollywood Oaks. High rollers were bidding as the world's best bred future superstars paraded in the sales ring at Keeneland. Plus quarter horses, all coming up on National Car Rental Racehorse Digest. Hello, I'm Randy Moss filling in for Chris Lincoln on ESPN's weekly recap of horse racing, the Racehorse Digest. Chris is across the pond in jolly old England this week. We've got lots to show you in the next half hour. If you stick around, you might even hear jockey Shane Sellers sing a song. But first, let's get to business with the race. We brought you live on Sunday the swap stakes at Hollywood Park. Here's the starting lineup with closing odds presented by Las Vegas. They all fit on one screen. Only 4 horses went to post, but it was a quality field, including 1 to 2 favorite General Challenge from the Golden Eagle Farm, trained by Bob Baffert. Joining them in 1 1/8, Kentucky Derby third-place finisher Cat Thief and long shot Walk That Walk. Here's Hollywood Park's Alan Buckdahl describing the action in the swap stakes, 1 1/8 for 3-year-olds, $500,000 at stake.
A half-mile left to race in the swap stakes. General Challenge is 3 wide on the outside, and then it's Walk That Walk next in fourth. They've reached the far turn now, and it's Cat Thief trying to hold off General Challenge. General Challenge, though, ranges up on the outside. Here comes General Challenge. Cat Thief, Desert Heroes falling back to third, and Walk That Walk is next in fourth, and they turn for home, and the Blaze Face General Challenge and Cat Thief are right together. It's top of the stretch time, and Cat Thief is one tough customer. General Challenge, though, loping up on the outside. General Challenge and Cat Thief, they're stride for stride. They're nose and nose inside the final length of a mile. Day in Flores, Cat Thief and General Challenge right together. In deep stretch, Cat Thief, General Challenge gets apart. Nose and nose. What a finish in the swaps. Cat Thief, General Challenge.
Wow, his courage, his determination, his manhood, if you will, have been called into question after a frustrating string of near misses. But Cat Thief steals a head win over General Challenge in a swaps thriller. Walk That Walk third in a ranked Desert Hero, a disappointing fourth. We caught up with winning jockey Pat Day right after the race.
Well, you know, he broke good and clean. I think they were trying to take the inside horse back. He got a little bit rank under Jerry. This horse was very kind all the way, and I felt like we was kicking along there, you know, comfortably, and should have something left in reserve. And we did, and we just praise God for the opportunity, and nice to be here today.
Now a quick look at the points here in the Visa 3-year-old Championship Series. Cat Thief, 10 points, and he vaults all the way up into the number 2 spot. Golden Eagle and Baffert also ran star 3-year-old filly Excellent Meeting in the Hollywood Oaks, another of the track's big closing weekend stakes races. She was an even bigger favorite at odds of 2 to 5 in a 5-horse field ridden by Kent DeZormo. She found herself hemmed in behind the leaders around the second turn. That's her in orange on the rail.
Past the quarter pole, they're at the head of the stretch. Smooth Player rallies back. Man is Sweep, Excellent Meeting, and Colorado Song. They're in the stretch, and it is Player. Excellent Meeting's now got room. It's Smooth Player holding on to the lead. Here comes Excellent Meeting, though. Smooth Player and Excellent Meeting. Danny Sweep is then back in third. It's Smooth Player in deep stretch. Excellent Meeting. Smooth Player holding her. Excellent Meeting. Smooth Player's there. She wins it in an upset by a neck.
Couple of seconds with big favorites this weekend for Golden Eagle and Baffert, but this was Smooth Player, the longest shot on the board, ridden by Eddie Delahousie, who had never won or even competed in a graded stakes before. It was the first time Excellent Meeting has lost to a filly other than stablemate Silver Bullet Day in more than a year. ESPN's presentation of National Car Rental Racehorse Digest is brought to you by National Car Rental. What are you waiting for? Let's go. By Walmack, winning the world over. And by the United Thoroughbred Trainers of America, publisher of the Backstretch magazine.
Work piling up. Let's go. That's the perfect time to declare a national holiday.
Let's go.
National Car Rental's declaring every day a national holiday.
Let's go.
With our great holiday rates, you can escape to the outdoors.
Let's go.
Or the golf greens. Or the tropical beaches. So call National Car Rental now. And declare your own national holiday. What are you waiting for? Let's go.
Own a professional sports team at a bargain price. Get into American Quarter Horse Racing. Experience the excitement of your very own runner competing in your colors. Then invite your envious friends to join you in the winner's circle. Visit your star players anytime you like, and they'll never ask for a raise. So dig in, hang on, and let the dirt fly. The AQHA can get you started with free information. Call 1-800-414-RIDE.
I love lobster. Boiled lobster, broiled lobster, jumbo lobster, baked stuffed lobster, steamed lobster, lobster Newburgh, lobster tail,
There he goes again.
lobster roll, sauteed lobster. Did I mention lobster stew? Boiled
The Cook's Lobster House off the coast of Maine. They'll give you lobster just about any way you want it. But bring your Visa card, because you won't get a bite using American Express.
Sir, any suggestions?
There's boiled lobster.
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Charismatic continues to top the list of money-earning thoroughbreds of the year through Sunday's races. He's still well ahead of Barons and Silver Bullet Dave. Might take a while for anyone to catch him. We'll get back to Hollywood Park in a minute, but first to Maryland for the DeFrancis Dash Grade 1, 6 furlongs at Laurel. 6 horses in the field, a showdown between hot 3-year-old Yes It's True and fast 4-year-old Good and Tough. We pick it up at the quarter pole as our heroes close in on long shot front runner Storm Punch.
Backs out second to last, and Min is the trailer. 7 lengths covers him at the top of the stretch. Storm Punch in front. Storm Punch a half length. Yes, It's True on the outside. Good and Tough has been taken off the inside for running room. He's got that inside path home. Here comes Good and Tough on the inside, tackling Storm Punch, and Yes, It's True on the outside. The half mile 44 and 4/5 of a second. And now Yes, It's True and Good and Tough on the rail, coming down to settle it. Yes, It's True by a neck. Good and Tough on the inside. Yes, It's True. He's the finest sprinter in the land. Yes, It's True won, and Good and Tough was second, and Storm Punch was third.
Wayne Lucas trained Yes It's True beats older horses again, edging Good and Tough, who, by the way, gave a good effort spotting 9 pounds to the field. Yes It's True 6 for 7 with Jerry Bailey, 11 for 17 lifetime. The first Grade 1 win for Padua Stables, Satish Sanan. And Yes It's True now has earnings of over $1 million. It's D. Wayne off the plane. 8 races this year for Yes It's True at 8 different tracks, and now he's on to Saratoga. Now we resume our regular programming back to Hollywood for the Grade 2 Sunset Handicap for older grass horses. A surprise ending and a rather unhappy one. Favorite Marjorian battles outside for the lead, and watch for Plick in blue tucked on the rail in third.
And the defending champ River Bay is underway as they turn for home. Lazy Load is holding on. Majorian is up alongside, racing in second. Blick, Albocerto, Kesem Power, and River Bay on the way outside. Lazy Load, and Majorian's in the stretch. Blick and River Bay, 4 across the course. They thunder down the lane in the sunset. Here's the long shot, Blick. Blick is forging to the front. River Bay with a late charge. Blick and River Bay. Blick is the winner.
David Flores loses on General Challenge, but bounces back the very next race to win the 1.5 mile Sunset on Irish bed long shot Plick, a 4-year-old owned by Alan Sondra Kirkwood, trained by Ron Nacanelli. The top 2 finishers won't be bouncing back anytime soon, though. You might have seen Plick take an awkward step a few yards before the finish of his first graded win. Both he and River Bay were vanned off the track with left foreleg injuries that fortunately are not considered to be life-threatening. 2 more to go on Hollywood's big weekend. These are promising 2-year-olds in the Grade 3 Hollywood Juvenile Championship. Exchange Rate in the white blinkers, a slim lead over odds-on Dixie Union. Lucas assistant Randy Bradshaw quoted before the race saying that Exchange Rate loses his concentration when he makes the lead in workouts. And Dixie Union battles back on the rail to win it by daylight under jockey Alex Solis. The first 3 finishers, all Keeneland Sales alums. And for big bucks, Dixie Union cost only $425,000, while Lucas Youngster's Exchange Rate and High Yield both brought $1 million plus as yearlings. Dixie Union has trainer Dick Mandela thinking Breeders' Cup, the son of Dixieland Band, has won both his starts. Mandela said he has a rare combination of intelligence, talent, precociousness, and soundness. He's scheduled to run next at Del Mar. Finally, Hollywood's Royal Heroine Stakes for fillies and mares on turf. The heavy favorite is French-bred Tuzla, and you'll see why. That's her jockey Corey Nakatani in the red and white silks, reeling in pace setter chime after chime. The other half of the short-priced exacta is the royally bred Isle de France in the white blinkers. Tuzla prevails once again. Official margin, 3/4 of a length. Tuzla is a 5-year-old mare owned by NYPD Blue producer David Milch and trained by Julio Canani, who won with nearly 40% of his starters at the Hollywood meet. She's won 8 of her last 9 grass starts. And remember, there's a Breeders' Cup filling and mare race on turf this year, but that race 1 mile and 3/8, and she'd rather not go quite that far. So Canani is pointing her instead against the boys for the Breeders' Cup final. Now the schedule for the upcoming Breeders' Cup Stakes Series, July the 31st, the Philadelphia Park Breeders' Cup Handicap, and on August the 8th at Thistledown for the Thistledown BC Cap. Don't think we'll let Bob Baffert get away empty-handed. He did win the UTTA Walmack Trainer of the Month Award for June. Baffert's fast 2-year-old filly, Chaluki, accounted for 2 of his 7 stakes victories last month. She looks pretty good walking. She's even better running. She beat the boys in the Kentucky Breeders' Cup. Then she closed out the month with a score against fillies in the Debutante Stakes. Both of those races were at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. There you see she just opens up on him, the unbeaten Chaluki. Then there's Real Quiet, who overcame some traffic difficulties here to win the Hollywood Gold Cup. There he is, Trainer of the Month for the 2nd time this year. Yeah, baby. It's Bob Baffert.
Look what's premiering this month on Adelphia Home Theater. Tom Hanks stars in one of the most honored war movies of all time, Saving Private Ryan. Julia Roberts and Susan Sarandon set aside their differences to bring a family back together. Stepmom. A lovable little pig has some big city adventures. Babe, Pig in the City. And street guru Eddie Murphy becomes a home shopping sensation. Holy Man. Order these hits and more from the comfort of your own home. Check your local listings for movies and start times. Adelphia Home Theater, your link to great movies.
My grandfather was an iron worker. My father was an iron worker. I had uncles that are iron workers. Every day you have to go out there and prove yourself again. You have to do it. If you feel good on your feet, you're going to be able to do a better job.
Wolverine DuraShocks, the world's most comfortable boots, guaranteed.
When I got a comfortable pair of boots on my feet, and at the end of the day, I got a little bit of spring in my step, and I'm feeling pretty good, I can have fun with my family at night.
Wolverine, boots and shoes since 1883.
I carry a lot of weight. I need a good boot.
If you want to catch us next week, here's the schedule. Same horse time, same horse channel. Now let's shift the gears to quarter horses. California 2-year-olds take the spotlight on time trial night at Los Alamitos. 59 horses seeking 10 starting spots for the $400,000 Ed Burt Futurity. Our Tom Dawson takes us on a quarter horse run.
There was royalty in the first division with the 1-2 favorite Corona Cool. She's a half-sister to Corona Chick, a multiple champion of the early 90s.
And away they go. An awkward start for Corona Cool, but very quick to catch the leaders. Right there is Has It All, SV, Blue Tornado, and after Wild Check. But Corona Cool is going on powerfully. The gray SV Blue Tornado now closing in fast and along the inside, but Corona Cool being confidently handled to an easy win.
Very cool indeed, as the daughter of First Down Dash sets the tone for the night. Her time of 17:64 would be the second fastest clocking and brought SV Blue Tornado into the finals as well. Donna MacArthur trains Corona Cool for Lucas Racing Inc. of Maryland. Sam Thompson was aboard as Corona Cool qualified for her 3rd Futurity in as many tries. There were high expectations in the 4th trial division as Governor's Cup Futurity winner Separatist lined up against kindergarten runner-up Shortlist.
And away they go. And a good start on the outside for Separatist. Shortlist down along the inside also came away well. Chief Administrator is right there and trying to close in is CB Hummer, but Separatist striding on strongly. The long shot back and making a good run, but another easy win for Separatist.
It's Separatist all the way under Eddie Garcia to register the 4th fastest qualifying time. Second finisher Back In also made the cut, but the Wayne Lucas trained Shortlist did not after a disappointing 5th place finish. Separatist will now seek his 2nd stakes win for owners Jackie and Rod McPherson and trainer John Cooper. The son of Chicks Beduino is now 5 for 6 in his productive 2-year-old season. Big fireworks in the 7th and final heat as kindergarten Futurity winner Natova's Princess got her chance. But watch for a long shot named Flyby Alibi.
And away they go. And a good start for Corona Check with Rusty Spurs and Natova's Princess down along the inside. Fly by Alibi, Corona Check, now Natova's Princess getting going down along the inside, and Fly by Alibi running powerfully on the outside. And here comes the long shot, Fly by Alibi to win. Corona Check was second, Natova's Princess third.
Fly by Alibi flies by them all at nearly 32-1 and compounds the surprise with the fastest time of the night. Corona Check also made the cut, as did Natova's Princess, despite her third-place finish. Fly by Alibi started his career with 3 losses, but now has won 2 in a row for owner Double Bar S Ranch and trainer Curlis Olihar. Alex Batista was aboard, subbing for Jackie Martin, who missed the trials due to the flu. The Grade 1 Ed Burke is the most important midsummer futurity in the West and will be run for the 49th time on July 31st.
And if you'd like more information on the Racing American Quarter Horse, the AQHA provides this toll-free number, 1-800-414-RIDE. Next up, Thoroughbred Action Part 2 and Kenny Rice on site, this week's Keeneland Select Yearling Sale. That's all next as Racehorse Digest continues.
Vacation travelers know that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go. National Car Rental. Especially if you're going to Disneyland's new Tomorrowland. Because as the official car rental company of the Magic Kingdom, National gets you in your car and on the road fast. For a family vacation you'll never forget. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to Disneyland's new Tomorrowland with National Car Rental.
Why is quarter horse racing different? It's more exciting at the start, faster in the middle, closer at the finish, and it's easier to learn. With a variety of publications, videos, and seminars, there's helpful information available for newcomers and experts alike. So dig in, hang on, let the dirt fly, and let AQHA help. Call 1-800-414-RIDE.
In 1997, Walmack Stallions sired more stakes winners than any other farm in North America. It is bloodlines, planning, and persevering that leads to the winner's circles at racetracks the world over. A young stallion who's passing along his excellent conformation to his foals is New York Grade 1 Stakes winner Ergun. His sire and broodmare sire were Kentucky Derby winners, and his stakes wins include the $500,000 Wood Memorial. Walmack, winning the world over.
Want to see some success? Here's an update on 1999's top-earning jockeys. Jerry Bailey, fewer mounts than any of them there, but he's still got a lead of more than $1 million. Back to thoroughbreds now, to Monmouth for the Long Branch Breeders' Cup Stakes. 3-year-olds on dirt. This is a prep for the Haskell Invitational, but actually, these just a cut below the really good ones. It's a great race to watch, though. Unbridled Jet, a slight favorite, fighting for the lead on the rail, but watch for the Spooky Gray on the outside.
They're coming to the quarter pole. Clever Gem and Unbridled Jet through 3/4 and 1/10 flat, side by side, and they're into the stretch. Unbridled Jet on the inside. Clever Gem right up alongside of him a furlong out. Then it's Ghost Story up to third. It's Clever Gem. Unbridled Jet tries to stick with him. Ghost Story is coming. It's Clever Gem, Unbridled Jet, Ghost Story. Dancing Rahi's on the inside. Unbridled Jet, Ghost Story, Clever Gem. Unbridled Jet and Ghost Story hit the wire.
It's Ghost Story and Robbie Davis getting up by a head. The 3 favorites all firing big ones here. No Long Branch winner has ever taken the Haskell, but that might not scare Ghost Story away. Gelding might indeed run next in the Haskell. A $1 million race you can see on ESPN2 as part of the NTRA Racing to the Breeders' Cup Series. The Long Branch sort of set up for Ghost Story. The pace was very fast, but he's only run 6 times at each of his races. Has been better than the last. Blinkers have also helped him. We'll stay at Monmouth for the Inside Information Stakes. Named not for a hot tip, but for the 1995 Breeders' Cup to Staff winner. Salted tossed out the anchor as the even money favorite, leaving Let and the gray Casanova Market to slug it out.
It's taken down with Let on the outside. Casanova Market. Salted's under a ride. She's not keeping up. And then comes 2-2 Divine. Let takes the lead around the far turn. Taken down to second to the inside. Casanova Market is third in between horses. Then 2-2 Divine and Salted last. 3/4 and 1/11 and 3, and they're into the stretch. It's Let in front.
holding off both Casanova Market and took him down to the 16th pole. Let still there on the far outside. Casanova Market took him down at the rail, but it's Let and Stuart Elliott in the inside information.
Let, the 4-year-old daughter of AP Indy out of a Nureyev mare, now has 2 stakes wins. And last year she was second in the Ashland Stakes. That big favorite Salt that supposedly doesn't like hot weather, and she got a steamy day on the Jersey Shore. She ran last out of the 5. Led as a Keeneland sales alum owned by G. Watts and Louise Humphrey. Trained by Rusty Arnold. She was ridden by Stuart Elliott. May not be that well known. Now he's in a 4-way tie atop the Monmouth rider standings. And finally, the River Downs Breeders' Cup Handicap filly mare grass race run in Cincinnati, but you'd never know it by the form. All 9 starters sent over from Kentucky. The favorites are Pleasant Temper, number 8 in the red, moving up 3 wide on the outside, and Wishful Thinking on the rail.
They'll come for the top of the home stretch. Antoinette shows the way. Wishful Thinking right there. Pleasant Temper flying on the outside. 3/4 11 flat to the 8th pole. Pleasant Temper now takes the lead. Antoinette races second. Wishful Thinking third. A late run from Darling Alice. 16th to go, and it's Pleasant Temper drawing away. Pleasant Temper takes the River Downs Breeders' Cup Handicap by 2 lengths.
Pleasant Temper was a beaten favorite at Pimlico, beaten favorite at Belmont. She prevails at River Downs for her 3rd stakes victory of 99. Wishful Thinking 2nd, Antoinette 3rd. Here are her vital stats. She's a 5-year-old Stormcat mare owned by Mark Stanley, trained by Elliott Walden. Another Keeneland grad, yet another one. She's usually ridden by Jerry Bailey, but he was signed up in Maryland to ride Yes It's True on the same afternoon. So the reliable veteran Larry Melanson here picks up the bound on Pleasant Temper. Larry doesn't miss a beat. The July Select Sale at Keeneland is where the leading horse merchants come to buy and sell their wares. In this case, the best bred yearling thoroughbreds in the world. The auction took place Monday and Tuesday in Lexington. Kenny Rice was there, trying not to accidentally raise his hand.
It's the Thoroughbred Yearlings All-Star Game. Keeneland's July sale is about selling and buying the best of the breed.
These are the best yearlings bred in the world, really. And we've selected from thousands of horses to get here. There are only about 200 that will go through the ring, and these people are here to buy the best horses in the world, prepared to spend the cash to do it.
As usual, the sale also attracts the human stars of the sport.
Basically, we just look for horses that have a good athletic way about them, and you know, you're looking for a horse that you can hopefully visualize a couple years down the road.
Walden is trainer and buying advisor for owner Mark Stanley. They knew the stakes would be high here, but it's always worth the risk.
Does it come down to Elliott says that this is the one, and so this is the one? Is it that the communication?
Well, more so what the auctioneer says. If the auctioneer says $1 million, then that's definitely not the one.
One consignor likened this auction here in July to that of selling Mark McGwire's 70th home run ball. It is unique, it is expensive, and while there are home runs being hit here at Keeneland in July, most of the sellers will be coming back in September looking more for the batting average.
September is really a marathon. We sell over 4,000 horses over a 2-week period, and it has everything. It has some top horses, and it has everything right down to the horses that bring $1,000 or $2,000. So it really is the best barometer of the marketplace.
With only a few days rest, the consigners will be busy preparing for other sales venues this summer, and of course Keeneland again in September. In Lexington, I'm Kenny Rice for the Racehorse Digest.
Listen to these select sale numbers. 132 horses sold during 2 days. Average sales price, a record $581,932. The top price yearling, a half-brother to AP Indy by Stormcat, bought by partners Michael Tabor and John Magnier. The price, $3 million. Some news coming up after this.
For almost half a century, Mountaineer Racetrack and Gaming Resort has brought you the best in thoroughbred racing. This year's West Virginia Derby is the richest in Mountaineers history, with a guaranteed purse of $250,000. Nominations for this prestigious event close Saturday, July 31st at midnight. There's no provision for late supplement, so enter early. Mountaineer Racetrack and Gaming Resort, nearly a half a century, and we're just hitting our stride.
ESPN's presentation of National Car Rental Racehorse Digest is brought to you by National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. By the American Quarter Horse Association, serving the American quarter horse racing industry and America's horse. And by Visa. It's everywhere you want to be. Chris Lincoln is in England this week, where he will regally host the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes at Ascot this weekend as part of the new Emirates World Series of Racing, as Chris explains.
Finally, Thoroughbred Racing has a worldwide championship with Emirates Airlines' record $15 million three-year sponsorship of a series of global races. In this first year, starting with this past March, the $5 million Dubai World Cup. The series features 7 Group 1 races worth over $20 million, including the $1 million championship prize for the Thoroughbred, who earns the most points in the series. The scoring system, much like Grand Prix racing, the top finishers earning points towards the $1 million year-in bonus. This Saturday at the historic Ascot course in England, it's the second race in the series, the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, Europe's championship race of the summer. We'll have a complete report next week on the Digest. From Ascot, England, I'm Chris Lincoln.
Stud plans announced this week for Bob and Beverly Lewis's Classic winners. Silver Charm, the 1997 Derby and Preakness winner, retired earlier this year, will stand at stud at Three Chimneys Farm in Midway, Kentucky. His first-year fee will be $25,000. And then there is Charismatic, injured and retired after this year's Belmont Stakes. He'll stand next year at Lane's Inn Farm near Versailles, Kentucky. His stud fee for his first year set at $35,000. And finally, what we promised you, another retiree, jockey Randy Romero, honored for his final ride July 10th at Evangeline Downs, where several Cajun colleagues joined him, including a serenading Shane Sellers. We'd like to show you everything on this show. Don't miss this.
Rainbows again. Cowboy, we've had a ship on. When the winter's circling, we're off again.
Okay, this weekend a racing doubleheader, 2 editions of NTRA 2-Day at the races, Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern, featuring the Coaching Club American Oaks, and again on Sunday at 6:30 Eastern Time. Also, the Bing Crosby Breeders' Cup and the Budweiser Emerald. That's all on Sunday.
Ground transportation provided by National Car Rental, the official car rental company of the National Thoroughbred Racing Association.
It was a long time between drinks for Cat Thief, but he visits the winner's circle in the Swap Stakes at Hollywood with a gutsy victory over the heavily favored General Challenge. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com.
2 lanes, 1